Hi everyone. In this video, I'll be covering how security campaigns, a feature of GitHub Advanced Security, can be used to accelerate the remediation of open security alerts in an organization. What we found is that most teams are not struggling to find vulnerabilities, they're struggling to close them in a timely and efficient manner. As you can see here, I have thousands of open alerts in my organization, making it hard to identify how to get started with remediation. Now, let's take a look at security campaigns and how they can be used to help accelerate the remediation of open security alerts. Here on the Campaigns tab, you'll see all of the current open campaigns for my organization, where a campaign allows me to turn a noisy backlog of security alerts into a targeted, focused initiative for remediation. A campaign allows me to filter and group security alerts into a time-bounded chunk of work where I can then track the progress of remediation. So here, this top campaign we'll see was created for SQL injection alerts, and it was focused around 3 key repositories, as those were some of the top repositories that developers wanted to pay down security debt in. We'll see here, I can track the campaign progress. I can see the number of closed alerts and in progress, where in progress means a pull request has been opened against a security alert. However, that code has not yet been merged, so we can't count it as closed. Here on the right, we'll see the status, which is the number of days left. So that's just the time left in that campaign. On the bottom here, we'll see the alerts are grouped by repository. So clicking in, I can see all those alerts for this specific repository, as well as the progress in that repository. Clicking in will actually be taken to that specific repository where you can track the campaign progress at the repository level, showing all of the alerts within that repo. Here on the left, you'll see this campaigns section, which shows all of the active campaigns for that repository, showing how campaigns bring remediation into the developer workflow. The last thing I want to cover is how Copilot can be paired with security campaigns for what I like to call accelerated remediation. Instead of having to take each one of these alerts and assign it to a developer, which takes time and focus away from their traditional development efforts, you can take an alert and you can click Assign to Copilot, which will then hand it off to Copilot, which will work on this alert agentically and open a pull request once the work has been finished. For an even more scaled approach, you can select all of these alerts at once and assign it to Copilot, which will remediate each one of these alerts and will open up one pull request for all of the selected alerts. So now that some time has passed since we assigned those vulnerabilities to Copilot to work on, we can see here in our repository that has opened a pull request targeting those vulnerabilities that it was assigned. Something important to note here is that while we assigned numerous vulnerabilities to Copilot, it has only opened one pull request to target each one of those vulnerabilities. So clicking into this pull request, we see that Copilot has requested my review on this pull request, and that's because I assigned those vulnerabilities to Copilot to work on my behalf. And it has also left a comment letting us know which vulnerabilities it targeted, as well as a nice summary of the work it performed to remediate those vulnerabilities. So that's how you can use Copilot in tandem with security campaigns for a strategic and targeted approach at vulnerability remediation. Thanks for listening. I hope that helped.